USF Bulls, Tampa, Florida, and Raymond James Stadium. As we'll see, a squad from the American, the Memphis Tigers, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the South Florida Bulls. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Memphis ready to kick it off and get things started. He'll bring it out. It's Algier. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the USF Bulls offense will start this game off with the football. But Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, David. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. It's a big test for him.
And here's the thing, proving it is one thing, Jess, but it's not about you. And this is a team game. Obviously, the quarterback position is so dependent on others' success, but play within yourself, make those plays, don't make the big mistakes.
Here's the pressure. And as he throws, can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Snagged in the middle, it's Harris. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Now they'll run the draw. Got the first down and still on his feet. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Just a great job by the quarterback, the running back, the offensive line. Sneaky little devils. What do? Make it look like pass, sneak in the run, catch you off guard. Great play call by the offense.
Breaks into the open. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Stop is made at the 22, a 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Running behind that left side. Knocked down, but not before he crossed into the red zone and picked up 4 yards down to the 17. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Running back searching for a hole. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. 8th play on this opening drive coming up, and they need a 3rd down conversion. From the gun, wants to pass. The quick out. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10.
How nice is it in this offense to have a tight end like that guy that can come up with plays for you all over the field? We just saw the big 3rd down catch. He set him up here in the red zone. I like going back to him, maybe lining him and flexing him outside, getting a one-on-one opportunity for him to use his size advantage.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Big guy smells it, and he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Bulls!
And I love this offense and the way they started this football game. Listen, last week be dang, okay? Forget last week. Nice job coming out, setting the tone in this ball game, putting a long drive together, and getting a touchdown.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. and the PAT makes it 7-0. So an 82-yard drive there, and they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. The Tigers offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
And how about the aggressiveness of this defense? I love this. Don't let him get to the sideline. Kept the ball in the middle of the field, went after the quarterback right away like some missiles and got him on the ground.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
Pretty nice as a defense, right? When you can go nickel, put 5 DBs on the field and not have to blitz anyone, trusting your front four to get the job done on 3rd down, and they do it right there, getting the sack.
They boot it away on 4th down. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. The give to the tailback. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
I don't care who you are, but if you're going to have success offensively, you've got to have some semblance of a running game. They didn't have it their last time out. They obviously really struggled in that game. And in this one, just not getting enough push up front, and it's putting them in some really difficult situations.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Makes the grab over the middle. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. The Bulls send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Here's the handoff. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Memphis picking up the tempo.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Now the pitch. And the 4th option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one. Memphis will send the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
Oh, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
They'll give it to him again. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
One running back in the backfield, and he has it.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
Going to sling it on second down. Working that left side. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
How many first downs is that alone, just on this drive? The defense, they keep this up, they're going to get worn out and continue to have to play more and more guys. They got to do something to change this.
Give to the running back. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Looking for space. It's Beebe. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown Bulls.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. So the touchdown drive goes 63 yards. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Out of the gun, the inside give. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the period, and USF is on top. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. First play of the period will be a second down. Off play action. Fires to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Harrell. Brought down at the 45 after a 15-yard pickup.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Makes the grab. It's Burns. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They'll make the stop at the 42. It's a pickup of 5, and that will be enough for a first down.
Well, you got to be able to turn the page quickly on defense. Just gave up a first down on the ground, but here comes tempo. You've got to get lined up.
To the ground. He's got it again.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Memphis wants to move quickly. They'll move the wide receiver. Jet sweep to the receiver. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. They'll try the run, and this one will be stopped for no gain. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
Bend don't break by the defense, right? They've allowed a lot of big plays, but here in the red zone, great job in coverage on that 3rd down, and now the offense is in an interesting situation.
And he uses the old bank shot to knock it off the left upright and get it through somehow. Now the lead is down to 11. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away.
Set to kick off.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Going right to work up top. The throw to the outside is complete. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Give to the big fullback. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Showing the arm strength to the left. Intercepted. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Sends it back in motion. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
He just got rid of that one to save the down, didn't see anything he liked. And guys, they really need to take advantage of this field position on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. And they decide to trot out the kicker. Well, they've already made one. The holder will put it down at the 38 for a 48-yard attempt. Absolutely perfect. That'll make it a one-possession game. The lead is 8. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. They'll start this drive going to the air. Tight end finds a soft spot. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29.
And that throw was a bullet by the quarterback on that curl route in zone coverage. And how about the anticipation? He gets rid of this pass before his receiver is even turned around. I love it.
Power football with the run. He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30.
And you want to run the football. I mean, that's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Back to pass on second down. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
Throws to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. And the Bulls will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Gives it on the option. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The D thinking bring some heat on third and long from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. The defense was in the dime package. They didn't have to send an extra rusher. The big fellas up front took care of that.
Yeah, and all dime means is I'm bringing an extra fast guy on the field and taking an extra fat guy off the field. But listen, the fat guys still get home. Isn't that beautiful? The big, athletic defensive line still does a great job getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Wants to throw on first down. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, defense won that rep. Good coverage.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Got it in the middle, it's Givens. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. The Bulls come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Shotgun snap on third down. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a fourth down.
And I like the aggressiveness on third and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's fourth and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Takes a hit as he fires. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Trying to take it back. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
Let's go.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. From the shotgun, the inside give. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Memphis.
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. They'll get this drive going from the 17. They'll start this drive going to the air. A little screen to the running back. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. And the Bulls have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Pressure coming. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Oh, he's got some space. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
Safe completion on the screen. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Another incompletion on 3rd down. The Bulls will bring the punt team onto the field. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He makes a fair catch, couple of steps inside his own 25 at the 23-yard line. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the 2nd half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the 2nd half, so find something really quick that you can go to.
And the Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. He'll do it himself. Nice move, creates some space. He breaks a tackle. He's out across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and execution continues to be key.
Here we go.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on 1st down.
Black 18.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Looking left. He's got it. Knocked down immediately, but a big gain down to the 45. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's Harrell. Right down the gut of the field. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Tigers.
A really nice job on their final drive of the 1st half, David. Calm, cool, collected. They had balance. Excellent execution. They're going to take a lead in here at halftime.
It's so much easier to go into half with that positive momentum, that positive juice. Now we can point to what we just did. Great job taking the lead. Now you go make your halftime adjustments.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the 1st half. Looking to throw on 1st down. Gonna let it fly. And that is interception number 3 on the... And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the big fella. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good gain there.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. No good. The lead is still 6 after the miss. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, you've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far today in Tampa.
And the Bulls will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right, that pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different looking football game.
They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved.
Turning it on! Bounced off his feet. The Tigers racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Gain of 12. Make some noise. It's third down.
They just keep firing. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And that's a play the defense needed to get their team momentum back. You know the coach was telling them inside the locker room at halftime, we need something good to happen right away. We have got to set the tone, and we got to do it on defense. So on third down, on the opening drive of the half, they're able to get the sack. They're trailing just by a few points. They have an opportunity now to take the lead because of that great play.
South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. They go to the ground. Gets it past the marker. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through it. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
Priority number 1, protecting your quarterback. You're down in the ball game. You got to make sure you don't get those hits on him. Protect him a little bit more. We can get some big plays down the field.
It'll be third and long. He's looking downfield to throw. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
3rd and long situation, we're bringing an extra DB on the field, and we're telling our front guys to pin your ears back and go get the QB, and they get the job done.
So from the shadow of his goal post, he gets the punt away. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Looking to fire. Makes the grab on the left.
And the slant is really a difficult route to defend against if you're a DB in man coverage, especially when you have no help on the inside. So if you're the offense and you continue seeing that coverage, you might as well keep attacking it just like that.
Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
Dude, how about that boom? I mean, you talk about power. That dude just booted that thing halfway across the field, completely flipping the field position and getting it down inside the 10. That is a nice job by that punter.
The give to the back. Shoots through that hole and picks up 5. He's out to the 11.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not 2nd and long. It's not 3rd and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
They'll move the tight end. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This offense has it with really good field position. Gonna run it. It's Toure. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he stopped at the 18. Memphis picking up the tempo. They'll go right back to the run. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9. The offense knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Memphis! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again.
Here we go.
Going to the ground. There he goes! All the way out to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 15. They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. To the air on first down. He's got him.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. The rocket, threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
The Bulls with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Leaves it with the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
That's a really good break on the football. He sees the ball come out, and he hits him right as he's catching it. Nice job of dislodging the football from the receiver. That's a good play by the defensive back.
With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on fourth down. Catch in the middle, it's Harris. And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45. And the Bulls are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed behind the line, it's Penny. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. The Bulls with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. That's caught. It's Givens. On the move at the 30. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
Well, when you're running the drag route against man coverage like that, as a quarterback, you got to put the ball out in front of your target. When you do that, you give the guy a chance to then advance the football up the field, pick up a first down like they did right there.
And the Bulls have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Beebe. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
You know, this linebacker is a special player because not only is he good making tackles in the open field, this guy can cover, and you saw a great example of it with that running back.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
No good. That one may sting a little, guys. Instead of getting it down to 10, feeling good about things, still a 13-point lead. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. He'll keep it himself. Breaks into the open. Made a defender miss. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45. That's the end of the quarter, and Memphis has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Snap it to the back. Oh, better look out!
They've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
From the 33, it's 1st and 10. They're going to run it. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard. Memphis wants to move quickly.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
At the 27. Make some noise. It's third down.
Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Caught in the backfield, it's Toure. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. And he'll need a little distance and to bend it just right. A 41-yarder from the left hash. It's good. And that lead grows even bigger. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week in the ACC, fellas. East Carolina is down, but they are not out of it. Not there inside Downey-Ficklen Stadium. One of the more enjoyable places to watch a game in all of college football. It's a tight one right now. They're trailing by only 5 to Miami. Any major changes in this ACC standoff, you'll hear about them first from us, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And a little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. New set of downs after the completion. Wants to go up top on first down. Got it behind the line. It's Givens. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up at this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Just keeps swinging it. He turns loose down the right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. This quarterback desperately wants to make a chunk play, but they're going to be deep as the deepest, wide as the widest. He's got to be patient.
No doubt. Situational football is probably one of the most underrated, untalked about things, like understanding the situation. I have the lead. They have to take shots down the field. I'm going to play pass. I got to rush the passer. I got to keep him in the pocket. All those things come into play throughout this game.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch, converts on 4th down, is still on his feet. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
And on the heels of that last big play now, you'd love to keep the momentum going and score quick. How about staying aggressive? Try to throw this thing into the end zone. You need to get the ball back, and you need to save as much time as you can.
Makes the catch. It's Williams. What a nice connection. Knocked down immediately, and they've got it at the 25.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock, that is at a premium for this offense.
I think as a quarterback, you get in your mind